Welcome to another episode of Booze and Bourbon. This is our 100th episode, guys.
And that's probably why I'm smiling like this.
Can I get a high five? That's awesome.
100.
100. We're going to have to really celebrate, and that's why we've got all this lovely
Too bad we didn't
here.
have hundreds being thrown at us
Oh.
for our 100th anniversary.
Yeah, too bad about that.
Wink, wink. Anyone?
Wow. Were those coming directly from...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I cannot believe that this is our 100th episode and we've made it this far. And guys, thank you so much for listening to us. I'm not really sure why you want to listen to us, but thank you for listening to us.
Because we're kind of funny.
Kind of.
And we talk about cool things.
Yeah, I suppose. We've had some really cool guests as well.
Very cool guests.
Yeah, some really insanely popular people. And I mean, I'm just so overwhelmed that they actually wanted to be on our show.
Yeah. And they're all very entertaining as well. In their own way as well. You know?
Definitely. So guys, 100 episodes doesn't mean we're stopping here. We're just going to continue to bring you guys more content, thankfully. And as you can tell, because it's the 100th episode, we're doing things a little differently today. We are doing a video. So you're welcome.
Yes. We just thought, you'd want to see us. Just a little glimpse into our day.
Yeah, exactly.
And watch us drink all at the same time.
Exactly. I'm so pumped to uncork this. I'm going to give this to you, actually. There, you can do the pour on this. This is Jefferson's Ocean Voyage number 16. What's cool about this one is I know Voyage number 18 is the one that had come to Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Yeah, where Jefferson the shark was actually tagged and named. But this one does say that it comes up to the North Atlantic as well. So the barrels are put on a ship. And this one went through so many different climate changes. So up to 100-degree temperature with the environment, and then down to the balmy North Atlantic temperatures. So
that's a range.
I guess, yeah, because of the hot and cold and the expansion of the wood and the bourbon being soaked in there, it's supposed to be really flavorful. So I'll let you take care of this bad boy.
We really liked the first one, so I'm sure this one's just as good.
Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for recommending the bourbons. Ow!
I was scared to drop it at the same time.
Thank you for having that much care and concern into the bottle. It's very exciting. What's it smell like?
Deliciousness.
Do you smell any of the brininess in the ocean?
Not quite, but I almost got
Voyage.
a little salty
Ooh,
scent
you did
in there.
Get some saltiness. Okay, cool.
Sea salt.
Sea salt caramel.
Shall I pour?
Yes, please do. Please do.
This little tag in there.
So yeah, there was a lot of different options that people were throwing our way for what we should be sampling today. And this made the cut. So it was Jefferson's Ocean 16, William LaRue Weller, as well as Pappy Van Winkle, 15-year-olds.
Ship's log.
The ship's log. Oh, it smells amazing. Definitely
See, now I don't get the same.
caramel.
It was not the same scent as when I first.
It's definitely corn forward.
Do you know what the weird thing is? I feel like when we had the other Jeffersons, I said I smelled like my grandfather's scent.
Yeah.
I'm getting it again.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Your grandfather's spirit lives on in these bottles.
The ocean.
Mm. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not getting the brininess,
No.
but damn, it's good.
I don't even, yeah. It's very different from the other one.
It's very smooth. It's a little spicy, a little heat.
A little spice. Sits right here.
I'm also getting towards the end, I'm getting apples.
Definitely
bright,
an apple.
crisp apples.
Apple crisps.
It's delicious.
Apple
Anyway,
crisp.
so guys, on today's episode, we asked you for listener stories. And listener stories we have. I'll give you a little teaser
Yes, please.
as to what they might be.
Okay.
One involves physically seeing something in a hallway.
Okay.
One involves staying in a location and pretending not to see a ghost and take a picture of the ghost.
Okay.
And the other one involves a Ouija board.
Ugh. Great.
I know.
Great.
Okay, so as I sip this, I think it's time for our favorite game.
And now that you can see me, and I'm just going to apologize because mine's going to be offside as usual. So,
Okay, so do you want to play Would You Rather?
yes.
Cue the music. All right. So, Jen, if I think back to all of our episodes, there was one recurring thing that people would send me messages about. And that thing is Final Destination.
Your favorite.
Yeah. So, say you were going to die and you were going to become a ghost,
Yes.
and you had to choose one or the other. Would you choose to die by having a log truck spill a log and go through your windshield? Or would you rather go down in flames in a plane?
That's a toughie.
I know, they're both gross ways to die.
But see, there's a time difference there because the log through the window is probably going to be very instant.
Yeah.
The burning plane, unless it blows up, if it just catches on fire, you have like a significant amount of time there before you actually blow up or crash.
True.
So I'd rather just get it over with.
Okay.
I do like a good log, so
You're disgusting. You're twisted. There's something wrong
so
with
a
you.
log through the head. Ugh, that's it.
Nasty. Okay, I'll think of you every single time I see a log truck.
This is going to be sexual.
Oh, God. Great.
Option A.
Option A. Oh, I need to drink for this.
This is a threesome. Definitely. So, would you rather have one with Jason Voorhees, with the bent neck lady?
Oh my
So
God.
that's your group there. Or with Freddy Krueger and that witchy nun thing from the movie The Nun. She's the nun, but she's also
Are
a
you
witch.
kidding me right now?
That's your selection.
I thought we were friends.
The bent neck lady doesn't really say anything, I don't think. So she's just kind of like,
Okay.
hangs out like this.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go with her and Jason.
Jason doesn't talk either, so it'd actually be really awkward because neither one's really talking. Whereas the other two both speak quite a lot, so.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's awkward. Yeah, cool.
Great.
Okay, guys, so just after the break, we're going to get into today's main storytelling. See you soon.
William, it's your turn. Please join us on the stage. Welcome, William.
It looks like over the break you possibly drank the rest of your Jeffersons. I have to catch up.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one thing that COVID helped with. My drinking capabilities.
I am so impressed with them. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That's gone. What do we have next?
Welcome to the table.
William LaRue Weller.
This beautiful molassesy color.
I'm just checking the
deliciousness.
proof. Yeah.
It's 60 something, didn't it? 64.
No, it's 100.
Oh, shit.
128 proof.
That is a hot diggity dog.
Yes, it is. So the really cool thing about William LaRue Weller is it's part of the BTAC collection, which is the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. And it's basically made from unicorn tears. It's very, very rare. Not quite as rare as the next bottle we're going to have. But I'm just going to look at my notes here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So this one specifically is the 2019 release. It was distilled in 2007 and it was aged for 12 and a half years. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. It's a wheated bourbon. And I highly recommend you open that bad boy up.
I feel like I'm going to like it.
Did you read anything on the back that was
just
interesting?
That using the wheat obviously instead of the rye. Mm-hmm. That was about it that caught my eye, since I do like a little bit of both. Oh.
It's okay, Jen. There's another opportunity you're going to have.
It wasn't meant for me today.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. Right there.
That's great. Thank you.
Just a little dribble. Oh.
That's okay. I have a feeling you're really going to like this one.
That was a dollop.
A dollop.
And we can't waste any.
I don't know the last time that was cleaned.
Totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right, so guys, now we're going to get into our very first listener story. Jen, will you do the honors?
Dun, 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 dun. From a listener, I don't need the accent anymore, John, here in Nova Scotia. He wrote, came on Instagram, and this is what it said. Holy freaking active. Profoundly active the last 2 nights. Sorry for the late message, but holy crap. Then Kim responds, oh, sweet Jesus. I see your message came in at 3 a.m. What's been happening? He says, the night before last, I slept on the couch because of my new tattoo, and I was in a ton of discomfort. I woke up to the sound of pans or something being moved around on the counter. The dog started to growl, and it went on for about 2 minutes. I thought maybe I left a pan out that was warped, and a mouse was walking on it or something. When I went into the kitchen, it stopped, and nothing was on the counter at all. The next morning, I went to get a pan out of the drawer in the stove, and 50% of the pans were pushed back and fell in behind when I opened the drawer. So then last night, I get this text from my son, but it didn't wake me, so he came upstairs into my room. There were these loud noises to the point he was saying, hello, Dad, is that you? Then said he saw a dark figure walk by his door in his room.
Yeah.
Ewy.
Here's the text message.
Okay. Any chance you're also waking up from fucked up dreams right now? Time to smudge. There's something really weird going on down here tonight. I'm not a fan. I'm wide awake, hearing things, and just saw something. So then he says, if you need me, call. A text won't wake me. I also probably would have called. It's not a text type situation. I was awoken by a dream the night before. I was walking in a massive basement that was full of junk. It was my basement, but the first time I ever laid eyes on it. It was so big, I got lost. Finally, I found a room and saw my wife, Kelly, sleeping, but then I realized it wasn't actually her. The figure had her hair, bit of a mustache, and no eyes.
That is so terrifying. I'm not okay with that.
That is weird.
Yeah?
This now is the most profound activity ever in our house, so if smudging doesn't work, it's gotten to the point to bring someone in. These are just the last 2 nights, but it has been active for weeks now.
Isn't that nuts?
Ooey. Yeah, I don't know.
Smell.
Whoa.
I knew she'd like it.
Wow.
What do you smell?
Besides a party.
Besides a party. Exactly.
I do get like a molasses, like sugary maple.
Lots of burnt sugar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of deliciousness in a cup, really.
It's a lot of baking spice flavors. So I highly recommend you take a sip.
Bust out the pantry. Right in there.
It totally wakens up your mouth, doesn't it?
That is a party.
I know.
I drank it way too fast. It like hit me right in the back.
Take your time with it. It is meant to be savored. Just little tiny sips, and it is so good. Okay.
Guys, I'm working on the little tiny sips.
Yeah, because of COVID, you forget how to do that.
I'm a gulper now.
All right, we're going to get into the very next listener story. This one is from Kinley.
Oh, yeah.
About 6 years ago, I was home for the weekend from college. My brothers and I decided to have some people over for the weekend. It was a cool autumn night, close to Halloween, and we wanted to carve pumpkins and be festive. We invited over several friends. That night, after carving pumpkins, one of the girls suggested making a Ouija board and trying it out.
Horrible idea.
Yeah, never a good idea. She said that she had done it before and not to worry, and that it would be fun. Everybody was on board except me. I did not have a good feeling about it, so I watched as they made it out of cardboard, drawing letters and writing the words yes and no, and playing around with the board. The lights were off, and the candles were lit surrounding the group. They used a shot glass as the piece that moved around the board. The shot glass moved around saying yes and no to any of the questions being asked by the two people seated at the board. I was suspicious. I didn't believe any of it was real. To me, it looked as though the people touching the shot glass were moving it subconsciously. That's what Paul, our producer of Haunted, always says when he sees us playing the Ouija board.
Putting that much thought into it that
he's like, come on, you guys really aren't moving that? And it's like, no, we're really not moving that. Anyway, sorry, lost my space. As this continued, someone said, hey, Kinley, you should try it. I refused, but they persisted, and of course I gave in. I sat down, placed my fingers on the shot glass along with one of the other girls, and we asked yes and no questions. To my surprise, the glass moved to answer those questions. I still didn't believe it was actually working. Just that we were moving it around unknowingly. We continued for a while, and then my cousin snuck up behind me and yelled boo in my ear. I was so startled. I jumped up, flinging the Ouija board to the floor. My brother turned pale, like he had just seen a ghost, and whispered, you didn't say goodbye. It's still here. Even though I doubted any of what just happened was real, I suggested we burn the board, so we all went outside and did just that. Nothing happened for a few weeks. I went back to school and continued on with my life. One night in my college dorm, I was restless and woke up and checked the time. It was 2:59 a.m. Right at 3, my TV turned on. It was that creepy, fuzzy, black and white static. I sat straight up and there was no one there. I wasn't sure what to think or do, so I crawled out of bed, grabbed the remote, and turned it off. I got back into bed. I was a little creeped out, so falling asleep wasn't an option. I laid there underneath the covers where I felt safe with my eyes tight shut. A few moments later, the TV turned on again. At that point, I began to sweat and my heart was beating out of my chest. I flung the covers off, crawled out of bed again, this time a little more quickly, and unplugged the TV. After that, it didn't happen again. A few weeks later, I went back to my home to visit my family. One night after my shower, wrapped in my towel, I walked into my bedroom to grab clothes. The air felt cooler than usual. Goosebumps rose on my arms and legs. It was eerie. As I was opening up the drawers to grab my clothes, I heard a noise come from underneath of my bed. It sounded as though someone was underneath of it, ripping up the carpet.
Wow.
That is awful.
Yeah.
I thought maybe one of my brothers snuck into my room to scare me, so I said, get out of my room, it's not funny. There was no response. I thought maybe they were really trying to scare me this time, so I said, get out. And I ran over to the bed and peered underneath. There was nothing there. My heart dropped. I took off running down the stairs, not looking back. The next day, I was home alone and it was dark outside. I had retreated to my room to wind down. I had been studying all day trying not to think about what happened the day before. All of a sudden, I heard a loud bang come from the living room. I thought maybe someone had come home, so I crept out of my room to check. There, in the middle of the living room floor, was the globe that sat atop our bookshelf. It had been there for years. No one ever moved it. Since then, I haven't had anything strange happen to me. This year, however, my brother came to me saying he's been seeing a dark figure in his room at night, and it stands in the corner staring at him.
Oh, wow. It's the first time you brought that up?
I wonder if it's the spirit we never said goodbye to years ago. So Jen, now is a really good time for you to talk about what's going on at your house.
The story.
I know.
I'm going to apologize to my deceased grandmother. She told me a long, long time ago to not play with Ouija boards, which I did not listen to, and I like to play with them by myself, which is fucked up. So anyway, that was totally fine. However, with our recent, were we gifted it? We were gifted it.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So we were gifted a board of sorts.
Yeah.
That I then brought into my home to store for us.
Yeah.
And I already have things in my home. Robert, Sharon.
Things. You call them things.
My ghost hosts or host ghosts. What did I just say? Host ghosts.
Yeah. You know?
So now it's like I have more because this stupid board was in my dining room area, and me and my boyfriend went to eat, and the lights started flicking on and off. And he, of course, jumped right up and said it was because of the board. 'Cause he's like, I told you, get that out of this house. Yeah, the dog has started his growling thing again, occasionally looking at nothing but growling. He has run downstairs 3 times in the last week, like aggressively run downstairs like somebody's in the basement. And then I can hear him like almost pause and slowly stop growling and then slowly come back upstairs. So needless to say, I took the board to the shed, which is where it's living now.
Yeah.
And it has been nice and peaceful with Robert and Sharon, my house ghosts. I'm sure they're happy to have their space back as well.
I'm so glad that you put it in the shed, because let's not forget, when you and I were talking about this specific topic...
Did you want me to tell you the worst part?
Just hold on.
Okay.
You thought it might be a good idea, since you're doing renovations in your basement, to just pour it in with the concrete in the foundation to never see it again. And I'm like...
Yeah, that was a bad call.
What? What? Definitely not a good idea.
Changed my mind on that one. It's not buried in the house.
Yeah.
But so, I don't know if the other situation with the dream and the shadow. Really
which we talked about on the last episode. Yes.
That's what pushed me over the edge, was the shadow thing in
your
dream that then I woke up to, was like alerted to my door opening.
Yeah, that's gross.
Which is disgusting. So bored, you're outside in the cold.
So, Kinley, thank you for sending that. It really...
I feel you. I feel your pain.
Yeah, it really got to me, and clearly it really got to you too. Okay, let's finish this, because you know what?
This is it. Goodbye, little friend.
We got some pappy.
Ooh, this is like 2 back-to-back partiers?
Yeah, so this one was made out of unicorn tears, and the Pappy Van Winkle 15 is actually made from pure unicorn juice. Did you just make that ting on purpose? I like it.
Unicorn juice. Unicorn tears going into unicorn juice.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm just going to take this one away.
Okay.
And replace it with... Dun, 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 dun.
It's Pappy. It's Pappy. It's Pappy. It's Pappy. 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 Dun, 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 dun.
Since
dun, 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 dun.
Your last cork pop wasn't amazing, try to make this one incredible, okay? I know you got it in you. You can do it. You can do it. Put your twist into it. Just made that up.
Oh, it's very exciting.
That is Mr. Pappy. So, again, looking at my notes here, I do want to let you know that my husband, Ryan, has been looking for this for like 15 to 20 years.
And this is also the 15-year?
Yes. 15-year-old Pappy. And we actually got this at a lottery at the Nova Scotia liquor store. So that's cool. And I'm excited about it. It's
107 proof.
Yeah, so it's 107 proof. And that's why they say that the Weller Antique 107 is the poor man's Pappy. Same kind of, same distiller, same kind of mash bill. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty darn close.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Pappy, what you got for us here? Oh, Jen!
That was better. How little
That
juice
was
on the
really
end.
good.
Unicorn juice.
Yeah. Straight up.
I'm like scared to like.
You should be.
Ryan, please don't be watching this poll. Like that? Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I want more, but I'll refrain.
I'm gonna go easy on the poll here.
I'm gonna have a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. That was COVID friendly.
Can't waste any.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Do you want more?
No. I'm just gonna put
just
this
in case.
just in case.
Just so I don't hit
Guys,
it by
it's rare.
accident.
You won't hit it, but just in case. I mean, you just never know. Okay. Yeah, give it a little.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, it smells just like candy to me. Like butterscotch toffee.
I got like a little inner excitement there.
Nice.
The candy excitement. Oh, Pappy. I got tingles in places that bourbon should not tingle.
So that's...
That is something.
What do you like the most about it?
That it almost has no, for as strong as it is, there's no burn. Like there's no bourbon pocket.
It is.
It just like coats right down and it's like just candy in your mouth.
It is very smooth. I find almost like a mapley taste to it.
Don't get the maple again.
The weird thing that I find about this one that I love, it almost gives you the sensation of Pop Rocks in your mouth, like in your mouth, on your tongue. Mm-hmm. You get that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. If you guys ever have the chance to try any of the Pappies, this is the first Pappy I've ever had.
Ditto.
And there's a...
This is from the one that came out, they had the draw last year, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So there's a 20 and a 23-year-old. This one is the 15. And I've heard that the 15 is better than the 20.
Yeah.
And probably better than the 23.
And now on to another story.
Yes.
So this is from Kat from A Girl and Her Bourbon on Insta. So she sent this to us on Insta. So I went to Kentucky. Toured a couple distilleries, of course. Jim Beam was my favorite. Surprise, surprise. But I was super excited to make a couple of Abraham Lincoln visits as well. One of the places I stopped at was his boyhood home in Knob Creek. There was a sign out front that stated how he had almost drowned on the property. I walked down the little path that led to a nearly dried up creek. At the end of the creek, there was what appeared to be a woman standing in like era time clothing, just watching me. I acted as though I didn't see her, took pictures like a normal tourist would, and headed back up the path. Quicker than I would have normally, but I didn't want to tip her off. Haha. I will include the pictures as well.
Yes. So we'll also include the pictures on the screen for everyone to see.
So she was just hanging out down there.
Yeah. And I talked back and forth with Kat a little bit, and it just seemed that since she didn't acknowledge that she saw the ghost or acted scared, she got to take photos, and the clarity was incredible. And it was like this woman didn't really want to be seen, like she was being a bit shy, but the fact that Kat didn't react, she just kind of stood there and was like, she can't see me. It's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, let's talk about ghosts here for a second. They're human.
Some of them want to be seen because they have a message or they're trying to get your attention. And then some like are confused because they're not sure if you can see them or if like you know, if
Yeah.
they're even dead half the time.
Yeah.
They might be confused on that. And then, yeah, there's ones that probably don't want to be seen or are shy, and who knows?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be those ghosts. We would
We'd be like,
super
hey,
like
I
posing
see
for
you.
selfies. Like, do you want to take a selfie? Are you sure? Do you want to try? I don't know if I'll show up, but like, let's try it. Am I see-through? Oh, okay. Well,
God, my hair looks so dead.
oh, skin is terrible.
Time for a little rejuvenation.
Yes.
Bourbon might help with that, though. Let's just keep drinking whiskey and see what happens.
It's probably fine because you're see-through and you drink bourbon, you probably see it like go right down through the tube and, you know, into your belly.
Into the bourbon
you,
pocket.
And then it just falls out of your bum hole. Because there's nowhere else to go. Your organs are gone. They took them out when they did your...
They took them
thing.
out. Oh, they would too.
Right? You got nothing in there. Just open space.
The shit I don't think of.
Throwing stuff in there and it's just falling out because there's nowhere to go.
Jen,
That's gross. I know.
you're so smart, though. You're so smart. So, guys, that wraps up today's episode. But before we go, we really wanted to thank you once again for listening. I don't know why you do, but thank you. Cool. And also, if you want to listen to our podcast more, you can obviously subscribe to us pretty much wherever you can find podcasts. Also, we're on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel there as well. And we're part of the ABV network. So if all else fails, you can go to the ABV network's homepage and you can find the show Booze and Bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah. And we also have a very special announcement. Our girl Jen here, she's opening up her own gym. Can I get a gun show? Congratulations, Jen.
Thanks.
So it's super exciting. There may be an episode or so that we're going to bring in a different co-host, but
Just for the time being where I'm opening.
yeah, for sure. So let's just all say we're going to miss you.
Thanks.
Maybe like on one show. Hopefully it's just one, but you know, and then we're just going to get back into our regular old
Routine.
Yeah.
Regular routine.
Gig. And what else do we have to talk about?
Well, where they can find us on Haunted. I can't watch it, but if you have Eastlink, Channel 10 and 610, or Redbubble store.
Yeah. I put up some new designs. So if you guys are into Pappy Van Winkle, you can get some pretty cool Pappy socks.
The socks, lots of socks. I got socks, Booze and Bourbon socks.
Yeah.
The Ouija board pillow.
And the stickers that you see here, you can get all of those on Redbubble as well.
Great for Christmas gifts.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching today's episode, and we'll be back next Friday for a brand new one.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers! So another one that people actually wanted us to drink was the Whistle Pig.
I did see that on
The piggyback, specifically. If you want to reach in behind there, in behind the mictus.
Piggyback.
Piggyback. Piggyback.
Piggyback. This is when you know you're like a couple shots deep when you start singing random songs about the old Whistle Pig. Can you get it? Get it! Oh, shit.
No sound. Just pure talent.
Talent. Yes. Okay.
So have you had this one before?
No, I don't
think you
I
have.
don't think I did.
Yeah, so this is 100% rye.
Oh, yes. The rye.
It's 96 proof.
Apple of my eye. The
It's
rye.
aged 6 years.
Ugh.
Jen! Oh my god!
That is fucking tasty.
Next level.
Whoa. Piggle me whistle and whistle me piggle. That is just fucking dandy.
I'm really glad you appreciate this piggyback.
Damn, that is... This goes down real slow.
Tastes like little piggly wigglies.
Oh, wiggly wigglies. Put a pork in it.
Put a cork in
Cork
it.
in it.
We're done.